right, welcome to InsideFlix. This is our weekly box office report. Rich, tell us which films made the top 5 this past weekend at the box office.
Smile was once again number 1, making $18.4 million this week. And also number 2 was Lyle Lyle Crocodile with $11.4 million. Coming in number 3, it's Amsterdam with $6.4 million. Number 4 is The Woman King with $5.1 million. And rounding out the top 5 is Don't Worry Darling with $3.5 million.
Smile did wonderfully this second week, dropping less than 20%.
Yeah, I haven't seen that much of a low drop in a long time out.
Yeah, especially for its second week. It's an incredible number. This just goes to show you that, it's October. People want to be scared. Horror movies are doing well. And I think that's probably the reason why they could pull this number with no really big stars in the film, but everyone wants to go see a horror movie.
Speaking of no stars, I mean, hopefully this is a star-making vehicle for Sochi Bacon, the daughter of Kevin Bacon and Kira Sedgwick.
Well, let's talk a little bit about the disappointment of Amsterdam. This has a lot of stars, compared to Smile. This was a truly star-packed ensemble cast. Mm-hmm. David O. Russell directed it, and yet it didn't do well.
But the kids' film, Lyle Lyle Crocodile, did much better than that, coming in numbers 2. We expected it to be a moderate hit, and it turned out to be a moderate hit. And I think over a $10 million for this film is successful for Sony. I mean, this film.
But at the same time, it seems like Sony may have overbooked this movie, because they put it in like over 1,000 more screens than Amsterdam, which almost made it have a very similar theater average. I mean, regardless, Lyle, they put it in so many screens. I'm sure it was playing in a bunch of empty ones as well, and that's not good for their returns.
Yeah, this is true. I didn't notice that it had over 4,000 screens. Yeah,
ridiculous amount of screens. Like, actually, the other day I went to the movies with a friend, and we wanted to see Smile, and it was all sold out, and all that was playing was Lyle Lyle Crocodile. Out of curiosity, checked all the showtimes, and they were all like empty. They were all empty, and then everything else that was playing was like completely sold out. But it's because Lyle Lyle had like all the screens.
Yeah, I expect that next week it'll be dropping theaters, and it'll have a huge drop next week.
Yeah, but I mean the $6 million for Amsterdam, like getting back to Amsterdam, is shockingly low when you consider the stacked cast. I mean, it has such a huge supporting cast. You would think that the movie would at least open to, like, I don't know, 10 or 15 million. But I went to go see Amsterdam over the weekend, and I think it's sadly, unfortunately, probably like maybe one of the finest examples of Oscar bait gone wrong. And it is, unfortunately, I think Amsterdam is like one of the top 5 worst movies of the year. So I think the word of mouth for that probably did get out early on. And the fact that it's got such a low Rotten Tomato score, I mean, also probably must have hurt its opening. So I imagine that's going to probably be out of theaters very soon. Yeah, once Halloween and Black Adam come out, and then also Till comes out, I think, next weekend. And Amsterdam's going to be out of here.
Yeah.
Same for Lyle Lyle, probably.
Yes. Let's get to the rest of the top 10, Rich.
Coming in number 6 is Avatar, the re-release, which is probably out of theaters by this weekend. I mean, it was only supposed to be 2 weeks out.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 2 weeks for IMAX, right? Because I think now it's just playing in regular 3D.
Oh, okay. Coming number 7 is Barbarian. Number 8 was Bros. Number 9 is Top Gun Maverick. And following that, very closely, in number 10 was Terrifier 2.
Yeah.
All right, let's talk about Terrifier 2. This was, I would say this is kind of the new cult horror movie with a significant horror figure.
New slasher icon?
Yeah.
Yes, I think so. Would you say that, Raymond, being a horror fanatic yourself?
I would say so. Even when I saw the first Terrifier, a movie that I'm not a big fan of, I would say that Art the Clown was still a standout, and I would have liked to have seen more installments with that character. And Terrifier 2, for the people that haven't seen it, in case the movie gets more screens next weekend or something, is a great sequel. It's the perfect movie to watch on Halloween, and if you have the chance to see it, check it out, because it's a must see for horror fans.
We should also talk about the drop of Bros. 56% drop, pretty bad. That's again, just shows you that rom-coms ain't working, comedies ain't working, and especially if you don't have support of a big name, that's not going to help.
Even if Bros did have star power, it might have just opened to like what Amsterdam opened to.
Yeah.
But we'll see.
Not much better.
We'll see how Ticket to Paradise turns out in a couple of weeks.
Oh yeah, that's going to be a great test. Like if that bombs, then the comedies are completely dead.
We should also add that the Ticket to Paradise has been released internationally and is doing pretty well.
Oh, that's good for them.
It's already made 60 million internationally.
Oh wow, that's nice.
So now let's get into what's coming up this week, Rich. Tell us which movies are coming out and wide this Friday.
More like movie. It's only Halloween Ends, and that'll be also on Peacock. So, but that's how the last film was, Halloween Kills. So, and it did tremendous.
Yeah, I think Halloween Ends is. I think it's going to be number one for sure. I don't know if it's going to be like a runaway hit. And I only say that because the buzz about that movie is that it's not getting that great of reviews.
But it's the final chapter.
Exactly. Exactly what Richard said. It's the final chapter. And also, just the fact that there's negative buzz, I think also could build up curiosity for the film. Mm-hmm. And also, another thing, it's the Halloween season, man.
Yeah.
The Halloween season. And Terrifier 2 was only in theaters for 5 days.
I want to say that Jamie Lee Curtis has done a terrific job of promoting that movie, and it really seems like this is going to be her final appearance as Laurie Strode, and that's why I think this movie is going to end up being number one. But is it going to be like a 40 million opening, or
I think it's going to top the last one.
A lot more people have Peacock this time around.
That's true.
I would say 35, 40 then. 40
okay.
million. Yeah.
You might be right. Rich. That might be the safe bet. But I'm gonna gamble. I always gamble big. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna say it's gonna do 60.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm going 60. Well, actually, let's go 57.
I'm thinking it's gonna be like 35 to 40.
Oh, so you guys are around the same.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. We'll see. Because the thing is, if Smile did 22 million opening weekend, I can see Halloween like tripling that.
Mm.
Yeah.
But so that's what I mean. But we'll see.
We'll see.
Regardless, I think it's gonna be a big hit.
All right, let's look at what's coming out this week in limited release.
Okay, in limited release will be Till, Decision to Leave, Stars at Noon, and Old Man.
So Till is of course the biographical drama about Emmett Till, the tragic story about Emmett Till, and this is told through the mother's perspective. And I believe the woman who plays Emmett Till's mother is getting big Oscar buzz around her performance. What was her name, Rich?
Danielle Deadweiler?
Yes, and she's from Station 11, which is the HBO miniseries and that she was very good in. And she was also in that Western film on Netflix, The Harder They Fall. And she's like this up-and-comer actress who's most likely, I would say, a shoo-in for at least an Oscar nomination or at least some award attention.
Do you know how many screens it's playing in? Because I actually thought the movie was going like wide. I'm surprised that it's limited.
It's opening up wide in a few weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a slow roll. What they call a slow rollout.
Just to build up some buds.
Yeah. All right, let's get into what's coming out on streaming. Rich, what movies are going to be out this week?
The Curse of Bridge Hollow from Netflix and Rosalind on Hulu.
All right, so this concludes this box office wrap up. Thank you for watching InsideFlix. We'll be back next week with more box office results. All right, thank you for watching InsideFlix.